June 6, 2023. You guessed it, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Most of you's heard now about the dam that got damaged or fell apart, whatever happened to it over there in Ukraine. Of course, Ukraine is claiming Russia did it. Russia's claiming Ukraine did it. United States is saying we don't know who did it, what's going on, we're investigating it, this and that, right? Excuse me. A lot of people are forgetting that this dam was damaged last fall by Ukrainian shelling. Now you're going to have people saying you can't, that it got inspected, everything's fine with it, all this and that, right? You got to understand that shelling causes cracks. You got water pushing on the backside of that dam. Also, the water's higher this year than it has been before. That constant pushing with damage from shelling could have caused it simply to collapse. It could happen. A lot of people saying, oh no, it can't happen like that. But when you got cracks in a dam, which if it got hit with shells, you've seen the videos probably of it being shelled, that causes pressure waves to go through that cement, which causes microscopic cracks, right? And then you got the water pushing constantly on it. The water's higher than it normally is, so it's more pressure on it, right? And if you look where it was damaged, is exactly where it collapsed. Now, I'm not saying Russia didn't do it. I'm not saying Ukraine didn't do it. But the best possibility that, if you look at it, could be that it collapsed because of the shelling from last fall. Now you've got the United States claiming, this is an article, I believe it's 56. If they prove that Russia did it, it goes against the Geneva Convention. Guys, this could be the false flag that gets us going. I'll tell you all the time, remember your history, remember your history. Look back at the Gulf of Tonkin incident that got us into Vietnam. Read up on that. And now we've got a dam, which is a civilian infrastructure, right? That if they can say, well, Russia did it, Russia blew it up. They directly violated Article 56 of the Geneva Convention, where it says you will not, target dams, nuclear plants, so on and so forth like that. Read it up. We'll put a link down here to it. But this could be what gets us in it, right? And plus you got a nuclear power plant upriver from this dam. Now what's going to happen there? You got to also remember we sent like nuclear assessment teams over there, right? They're already in country over there. I tell you all the time, this stuff is planned. It's planned out before we ever know about it. This could be what gets us into this. Because if it's a direct violation of the Geneva Convention, NATO may have a foot to stand on and say, we got to go in here, right? Now, one thing very strange about this war, a lot of y'all know this, is we're not seeing a lot of press coverage out of this war. We're seeing what they want us to see, correct? That's all we're seeing, what they want us to see. We're not seeing embedded reporters on either side. We're not seeing independent journalists over there posting anything or news channels, right? It's very strange how this war is being fought. Very strange. Now, it makes no sense for Russia to blow up the dam, because they essentially cut Crimea's water off by doing that. Crimea is a Russian-controlled territory. And also they claim that most of the flooding will happen on the south side of the river, which is Russian-controlled. Why would Russia blow up their dam to kill all their people or to destroy their land down there, right? Some people are going to say Russia's crazy, they'll do it. There's more to this than we know. Now, this, like I'm saying, this could be the false flag that gets us in it, that gets NATO in it. Because now you've got nuclear issues, you've got a civilian infrastructure getting hit. If they prove that Russia did it. I mean, why would Russia blow up their pipeline, blow up the Crimean bridge? Why would they blow up the dam? Why would they attack their own Kremlin? Why would they attack their own air base? See, something's not right with all this. Most of y'all can see this. I've told you, we will be in this war by the end of the year, 18 months max. We'll be in this war, physically in this war. You've got China over there doing their stuff, right? Running across in front of our ships, messing up our airplanes, flying in front of them. They're trying to provoke something. All this has to speed up, plain and simple. It has to speed up to get where they want us to be, which is the new world order, the Great Reset. With this damn explosion, I'm thinking it's simply that it got damaged last fall when it got shelled, when Ukraine shelled it. A lot of people, they shelled the road on the dam. Common sense tells you all that's connected, right? It's all connected with cement. You get an explosion on a piece of cement, it's going to send shock waves out, which can crack stuff. Little microscopic cracks, right? And then you get all this water pushing on it, constantly pushing on it. You know, them cracks start spider webbing out, right? That could be what happened. Now, I may be wrong. They may come out 100% proof that Russia destroyed it. Makes no sense to me, right? Why would Russia do that? That dam helped supply water to Crimea. And now how are they going to get water to Crimea, right? The nuclear power plant stuff, I'm not too concerned with it. You need to pay attention to it. And, you know, of course, we'll never know. They're not going to be on there like telling us each day how much the water dropped, you know, and exposing the stuff at the nuclear plant that don't need to be exposed, and you have a Chernobyl event, right? Who knows on that one? You need to pay attention to it, but unfortunately we will not know daily what the water, what it's doing over there. We only know what they'll tell us, right? Because, like I said, there's not like news reporters over there filming this. You're just getting bits and pieces from people. That's it. And then now USA is talking about maybe releasing some information on who did it. Come on. You know, if USA knew Russia did it, they would be all over the news right now telling everybody Russia did it. They'd be all over the news. They would be having press conferences lined up. We've got proof that Russia did it. They don't have proof. They don't know what happened. You know, and what are they going to do if it turns out, you know, I'm sure they got satellite imagery of this thing because it's been talked about for months, right? What if it shows that there was no explosions, that the dam collapsed? Well, then whose fault is that? You got to think back. Ukraine shelled the dam last fall. So Ukraine violated the Geneva Convention. See? This is going to get spun one way or the other, guys. And I guarantee you if they come out and say, well, after our investigation and looking at this and that it was just simple dam collapse, you'll never hear about, well, didn't Ukraine shell the dam last fall? Oh yeah, but they hit the road. It had nothing to do with the dam. The road and the dam are together. It's one thing, right? It's one piece. It may not be one piece on top, but that cement and all that's one piece down on the bottom, right? Guys, I'm telling you, they're trying to get us involved in this. They are trying every way. Our own country is trying to get us involved in this, physically. Guys, that's my thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think it's a false flag? Do you think it fell on its own? Do you think that Russia blew it up because they're retreating because Ukraine's just whooping them at every turn, right? You think Ukraine destroyed it, you know, to cut Crimea off from water? Let me know your thoughts on this. If you're still watching, hit that subscribe button. Like or dislike this video. Comment on this video. I know most people's not going to watch it, but if you do, at least leave a comment so I know what you think about this. Stay safe, keep your head on a swivel, be aware of your surroundings at all times, protect yourself and your family at all times. At that moment, you're the only person that can do it. Get out there, get prepped up. If you're still watching, hit the subscribe button.